especially adjacent to houses. And I try to stay away from temples because I wanted to focus on houses and how they brought nature into their property. And so as you're walking on the streets, you see lots of planters, and each house basically designs their own. And I think it's interesting that they're not included in the design of the house, so they have to account for that and just put planters as close to the wall as possible. And I also feel like it's a nice transition between the ground and the house or the wall. So it's like an in-between between the horizontal and vertical plane. And I can relate it back to the Japanese gardens of how the houses are always surrounded by gardens. And so I think by culturally or by nature, the common people try to bring that back into their own houses. But since it's not accounted in the design, they just put planters around it. So it's different ways of people doing this. And it's not very, like some of them are very well thought out, I think, and some of them it's just the fact of bringing nature, and they don't really mind on like a design or a specific type of flower or plot or.
Did you go yesterday?
No, throughout all the trip.
Kyoto has less green space than the others.
Yeah, I found
it looks like it has, but actually.
No, and it's like the grid is very westernized, and like I feel like when they designed it, they didn't really think of like the Japanese way of having green around it. So this is their way of like let's put it in there somehow.
Actually, I don't know if you remember Professor Yamazaki's lecture. All the time it has. It's more like a garden. That's how people started how people keep
And so they also start incorporating rocks and water, which is essential in the Japanese gardens as well. So these ones are a little more designed, or like, but I don't think they were originally there. They just kind of like made it, like put it out in. I don't know, somebody like modeled it and like this one as well. So I have like very narrow spaces to put these plants, so I start like putting one on top of each other. And maybe it's like the more you have, and I don't know exactly what the meaning is, but it's mostly like right on the entrance. So. Any questions? Carlos?
So Kyoto doesn't have green space, but it looks like it has because we are surrounded by mountains, and people really care if they can see mountains from the city. So there's a mountain green, and then right next to mountain, still we have green space, but inside the wall you can't really see from the street. Then when you get into the middle of the city, you have townhouses. Then you have hidden courtyard, which you can't also see. And then also the small things like this. So there are different kinds of green, and the density changing towards the inner city.
I think the main conclusion is that it's important as a culture to have greenery around your house, and even if you don't have it, you like put it, just try to have it, like put it in there. Yes, Carlos.
Do you mostly see flowers or bushes or what kind of?
I think it's depending on, it was like a personal taste kind of thing, and you see a lot with like very colorful and a lot of flowers, and then maybe right next to it one with more like bushy or just normal plants, like not flowers.
Do you relate it like one house for the next one? Do you like, okay, one
No.
will have flowers, another one will kind of like complement that?
No, it's
Or it's
very
random?
personal and customized. Like I like flowers, I put flowers, and if I like, there's different like designs, and some of them are just kind of like wild. So.
Any food or vegetables or edible?
Not many, and I thought that was interesting because in Tokyo, that's what you see most of the times when you see planters around the houses. At least from around where I live, you see like not vegetables but spices or stuff like that. Herbs and spices, yeah. But here, no, it was decorative, like purely decorative.
Kyoto is actually famous for lots of original vegetables. But it's mainly grown outside, and even in this prefecture, like Shiga.
So one of the, I don't remember who said this actually, but there's the 5 mountains that surround
Yes,
Kyoto,
5.
and they each stand for a certain character.
Yeah, that can be lit in summer, like a big fire.
Oh, okay. What are the 5 characters?
Like a big, and it's related to like a Buddhism or like a law or, and also one fire is not the character, it's like shape of a ship. I don't know why.
Oh.
So there are 5 big fire, characters.